Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Al. I'm going to share some of my bushcraft leatherwork with you today. I am open to for commissions if you're interested in anything. I also run a small Etsy store online where you'll find a lot of these items off the peg. But if you're particularly interested in something, just shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook. I'm pretty easy to find. I could not have picked a worse day to shoot a video like this, but we'll carry on regardless. This is the kind of environment where I live. Okay, this is the kind of scrubland of New South Wales. Okay, we're not that far from the road. I'm going to talk about some leather gear that I've made, some of the ideas that I've had, and some of the work that I've been working with recently. I'm kind of going to put things on and talk about them as I put them on. So I'll just start with this. This is just a little necklace, okay, purely decorative. This is emu, this is a wild dog tooth, okay, and this can be adjusted up and down. I'll just slip this inside my jacket for the moment. Most of the things that I do are kind of practical, like belts or swag rigs or knife sheaths or things like that. But occasionally I like to do things that are a little bit more decorative, that don't really have a function. I'll just mention briefly this jacket, which is made by Ridgeline. I do get a lot of comments about this jacket every time I wear it on a video. This particular model is called the Monsoon. It's no longer available. It's really good for, you know, sort of hunting, fishing, bird watching, car camping, animal observation, those kind of things. It's a heavy winter jacket. For bushwalking in the summer, not so good. But something that's a really nice piece of kit to have. I do wear it in a lot of my videos where I'm showing off my leather gear because it contrasts quite nicely with if I'm wearing things like belts and knives. Okay, it photographs quite well, so you will see it in a lot in my Instagram feed and things like that. But I just thought I'd mention it quickly because I get asked so many questions about it. Okay, but I'm not sponsored or anything. Okay, it's just something I picked up. So if I put the belt on, straight away you will notice this is quite a substantial belt. It's really designed as an equipment belt, nothing else. Okay, you couldn't really getting rained on. You couldn't really use this for any other purpose. Okay, this is really quite a specialized piece of equipment. You know, it's something, it's not going to suit everybody and every environment, but it's just something I've been working on for a while. Okay, the main equipment belt that's available in the kind of bushcraft community or the outdoor community, the one that always crops up, is the Falkraven equipment belt. And I just wanted to do something slightly different to that. Okay, so this is 2-inch wide. Okay, in my opinion, there's not any point in going larger than that, because you'll find you run into a compatibility issue with all your knife sheaths and other pouches. Almost all manufacturers of knives make their knives to accommodate a 2-inch belt. So if you go bigger than that, 2.5 inches or whatever, you're going to have all your sheaths custom made to fit the belt. So that's why it's 2 inches wide. Australian veg tan leather treated with tallow, okay, and beeswax. The buckle I get imported from Spain. Okay, it's a really high quality buckle that's not going to let you down. And if we look on the other side, I've just used rivets to hold it in, okay, as opposed to stitching. Each one of these is made to order. Okay, so if you would prefer stitching or you prefer some other kind of arrangement, we can work something out. Okay, so really a full-on dedicated equipment belt to carry multiple pouches, fire kit, hatchet, a couple of knives. Okay, so you can see straight away, you know, how this rig's going to work. Okay, maybe not going to work for this environment so well where I am just now, the Australian scrub, but New Zealand, a bit further inland in Australia in the winter time, you know, North America, Northern Europe, this would be quite a good rig. So I have a knife here. This is just a Moa companion. You can see handcrafted sheath. Then I have a little pouch made from emu leather and kangaroo. And then I've got just a little Altoids tin in there. So that's essentially a fire kit. Okay, so we have a fire kit. We have the first cutting tool. We have a Granford's bricks. Very high quality hatchet. It's the wildlife hatchet with a custom made sheath. Okay, or mask rather, we should call it a mask. The ones they come with could be better. They usually wear out after a few years, so that's if you want something like that, then talk to me. Most of these things will be available in my Etsy store. We've got a little hanger. You can do this, it's fair enough. This is just a little bit more comfortable if you're walking further, longer distances. You can, I found it a little bit better sometimes just to have it in the opposite direction like that. Just a little pouch there for a Swiss Army knife, a little sheath for a Swiss Army knife. And if I come round, we have a larger pouch, which is quite an unusual pouch. I do like to work with emu and kangaroo and those kind of things. I am based in Australia. Now it's a larger pouch, so you could put tinder in there, food in there. So quite an extensive range of tools. We've got 3 cutting tools, fire kit, and capacity to add more equipment just on this belt. So that is an equipment belt, okay, in the true sense of the word. Okay, we have multiple pieces of equipment. Right. This is just a suggestion of how you could configure this kit. You might want another knife, a bigger knife, a smaller knife. You know, I can make a sheath for it, it's not a problem. I take a lot of pride in this stuff, you know. Try and make it really well. So if we just top that off, and this is something I've been working on. Okay, so we have a swag harness or bedroll harness. I've just got a blanket on it at the moment. So you can see that's quite an extensive collection of gear. So this is made quite wide, like this. Okay, we just have a piece of rope. We have 4 copper rivets. It's a very simple design, but it's incredibly effective. And this is just, again, this will be available from my store. I don't have a name for this yet. I'll probably call it swag or simple swag or bedroll rig. The belt is going to be called the Yakka Bushcraft equipment belt. Yakka is a word which means work in Australian slang, and it's also an indigenous word for a type of tree called a drass tree or a xanthoria. Okay, it's a botanical name. So let's kind of look at what I do. My name's Al, Howling Dingo Crafts. Hope you enjoyed this little video.